Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Three Fingers and One Thumb. New creator wants to talk us about passport bros, how we are unpatriotic, how we hate women in America, and that we're cowards for not building communities. Let's listen to her, and then we'll get my take afterwards. So please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Hey y'all, in just 1 minute, let's explore the thought-provoking idea that raises questions about accountability, community, and personal preference.
Funny when a woman says accountability.
This idea suggests that black men leaving the black community to find their preferences is akin to men leaving the USA for preferences in third world countries. It challenges us to consider the consequences and the concept of patriotism.
Just sad that women have to really go and pull straws the way this is now to incorporate in patriotism against passport bros. You know, do you not realize the first passport bros, the first set of men were all veterans? We're a good chunk of veterans. And do you want to call these veterans non-patriotic? That they died or, fought for this country? But when they saw a woman that fits what they want as a wife, they stayed. Are they not patriotic because they left the country, even though they've, risked their lives to save our rights and protect our rights? Have you ever thought about that before you just started discussing things?
Let's dive into this complex topic. Some black men may decide to leave their community in search of partners who more closely align with their preferences.
Same thing with black women. I believe black women say the same thing. They rather date outside because black men are trash. Black men don't give them what they want. They don't treat them right. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, you guys aren't leaving the country, but you guys aren't building communities either.
This personal choice is rooted in individual desires, sometimes self-hatred, and may sometimes be seen as a pursuit of personal happiness.
I only see it being self-hatred as if they said, no, I don't want black women. I don't want African-American black women at all. No, they don't say anything about that. They just want women that are cooperative and are willing to work with them, that want to build a family with them. There's nothing they're saying that, oh, they hate black women and they won't date black women. No, it's just black women are a little bit more difficult and they don't seem to want to build the same way that these black men want to. I mean, just men in general.
The idea draws a parallel between black men's choices and the phenomenon of men often referred to as passport bros who leave the USA to seek relationships in countries with weaker economies. The common thread is a pursuit of personal preferences. The idea challenges whether leaving is a form of avoiding accountability, unpatriotic behavior.
So going for choices and, going for where people want us as passport bros, where women want men and want men to cooperate with, we're unpatriotic. Right. And it's us leaving the community and blah, blah, fucking blah. Like, this is such a pull on straws just to shame men, especially black men, because I'm assuming this woman is a black woman. And it ain't gonna work. These things aren't gonna stop men from leaving. You think us calling us unpatriotic is gonna make us stay? Most people aren't patriotic for this country anymore. I am somewhat patriotic. I love this country. This is why I still stay. I still date. I still do a couple things. But no one's relegated. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry, guys. No one's relegated to have to be a patriot. And patriotism in the U.S. has died long ago, since Vietnam War. That's when patriotism really died out. We don't love our country as much as other people love their countries.
Instead of confronting community issues and working towards change, individuals may opt to leave in search of what they desire.
They have been confronting this issue. They've been speaking up. Women have not been listening. Nor do they care. Men have been trying their hardest to build communities and build families for a long time, and women have tore it down enough to where they don't want to deal with it anymore. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, maybe they don't want to build a community here. It doesn't mean they don't want to build a community where they are. You know, this is also another factor that I think people that were born here do not realize. You leaving your country to another country to find opportunities, to find whatever it is nothing wrong with that. It's been happening for ages. People have been coming to the US for ages, leaving their communities and building here. There's nothing wrong with people here going to other communities and building also. This is the melting pot of the world. You think everybody here belongs here or was born here? No. Not everybody has that same patriotism that you seem to want to spout.
It's essential to consider the ethical implications of such choices. Leaving
Ethical.
one's community or country
Now it's unethical to be a passport bro, guys.
can have an impact on the growth and development of those communities, those countries.
Or is it the women that don't want to build those communities and don't want to work with most of these men and call these men bottom of the barrel and call these men dusties and pookies and just discount them? That's the problem you're not addressing right now, woman. The other side of women in the community don't want to build with the men in the community. So why put it all on the men?
Community building plays a pivotal role in addressing issues, fostering positive change, and creating environments that honor diversity and individuality. Instead of leaving, individuals can engage in building and strengthening communities. It's possible to balance personal desires with accountability and community building. It's possible.
I can't believe she's using accountability in this. What accountability do men have? Like we're not accountable to you. We're not accountable to women. You're making it seem like men have to deal with the women that they're with. That is not the case. Men have the ability to exercise their options without being shamed the way we are by you.
To balance personal desires with accountability and community building. Open communication, collaboration, and understanding can lead to a harmonious coexistence of personal preferences within a broad community context.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong about what you just said right now. Yes, it is good to build communities. It is. But if the other side is not willing, which most women are not nowadays, most women are not wanting to be housewives or not wanting to be wives in general. They just want to be married and then divorce and then take everything they can and live the life in the streets.
The idea raises questions about patriotism. Leaving one's community or country solely to fulfill personal desires can be seen as unpatriotic. Leaving one's community.
So leaving to live a happy life is unpatriotic. Gotcha. Isn't that why we came to this country? Isn't that the freedom of this country, is to be able to just pick and choose and do what you want because it's free?
Or country solely to fulfill personal desires can be seen as unpatriotic if it is perceived as avoiding responsibilities. Reflect on your own.
So men are responsible to build communities. Men are responsible to have to tame women and to build families and do these things. What about women? Women do not have any responsibility here at all? Or is everything put on men and then to shame men? Because that's what I'm getting from you.
Own choices and the role of accountability and community in your decisions. Balancing personal desires with the betterment of the community can lead to a more enriching and fulfilling life after all.
I mean, if the community has trashed you and dogged you and made you feel part of the community, which a lot of black men have, especially the ones that are not the Ray Pookie, bad guy type, they just get like literally written off. Why aren't women trying to build communities with these men? Why aren't women trying to be patriotic and make it so these men don't leave? Have you ever thought about that? Instead of blaming men for leaving, maybe ask the women why the men are leaving and what we can do to be patriotic so we can keep these men here. That would be patriotic of you.
By actively participating in your community, you have the power to bring about transformative change. Embracing diversity while honoring your personal preferences and understanding the concept of patriotism. Your choices can shape the path of your community and your country. Strive for a harmonious balance, working towards your preferences while contributing to the growth and strength of your country and your nation. You've got this. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Ugh, sad. Ooh, that was one of the dumbest chows I've done in a while. You know, this lady really does not understand why people leave countries and doesn't understand that men are allowed to exercise their options as women are allowed to exercise their options. Just because their options are not inside this country does not make it so we're not patriotic. You know, a lot of men love this country. A lot of men pay their taxes to this country, even though they live in other countries. Just because they don't want to build a community with women that don't want to build communities with them, it's a problem. Get the fuck out of here. Please like, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.